Are you someone who is feeling frustrated, trapped, sad, depressed, and helpless or worthless? Then I must tell you, you must watch this video till the end. Hi, I'm Dr. Tarul Zadav, a lucky daughter of doctors, a wife of a supportive husband, a mother of a 7-year-old son, a medical college teacher, and a consulting physician for more than a decade, and now turned stress resilience coach just for mothers who have school going kids to help them move from frustration to freedom so that they can break the generational traumas and live a happy, healthy, successful, and stress resilient life. Well, if you are someone feeling stressed, frustrated, trapped, helpless, worthless, then let me tell you, you have a solution to get out of it. Why am I speaking about all these things? Most of the mothers these days are silently experiencing these kind of stresses. And well, this month of October, therefore, we have the month labeled as Domestic Awareness Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, right? Strangely, actually, in this Domestic Violence Awareness Month, we just yesterday celebrated Mental Health Day also. World Mental Health Day, so to say. Do they have any kind of correlation? Needless to say, when someone is experiencing domestic violence or domestic abuse, which could be from anyone in the family, maybe physical, maybe emotional, could be economical, could be verbal, or could be in any other form also, it definitely has got an emotional impact on the one who is experiencing it. And the impact is definitely not short term, it goes for a longer duration also. And especially if you as a mother at some given point of time have experienced or are currently also in that helpless phase, that I cannot voice out, I'm listening to all the taunts, the yellings, all the maybe I'm alienated or I'm just locked up, no one is attending to my needs. There are different forms in which domestic abuse and domestic violence is experienced. So if you are someone who is experiencing all these things, let me tell you, you have the power in you to get out of it. And I really urge you to get out of it. Why? Because you're not the only one who is suffering. You are also not, by suffering silently, you're also making people around you suffer. You know, sorry for being that rude if you feel bad about it. But when you are suffering silently, do you think your kids are also healthy and happy? If you are taking up all the violence and all the abuses to keep your kids safe, sound, do you think they are actually really safe and sound or healthy? No, they definitely are. They are a witness to all these things which are happening. How do you think that small heart is not going to feel the pain and ache? It is at some point of time, right? Going to feel that ache and pain. And not just for that particular period, but for the entire lifetime ahead, it might end up feeling that this particular way of reacting or beating or yelling to a mother or to a woman is much natural thing. And if she is a female or a daughter, she would possibly take into consideration that a man beating her or a husband beating her is going to be very normal and she has to accept it. Would you be okay if your son goes ahead and abuses his wife, or would you be okay if he does the same to you, because you haven't shown somewhere or anywhere that you can stand up and you have that worth and respect? Or would you be okay if your daughter is beaten up by her husband, because that's what you're giving the message to? This violence doesn't stop with you, it goes on for the generation, and that's the legacy that you're putting up. There is a solution to it, and there are some small things that you can do. I know at this given point of time, somewhere you might be feeling, I do not have that confidence, I do not have that ability to stand up for myself. But then just ask your heart, what is it that is making you suffer in silence? And why do you think you are suffering? And whatever that you're experiencing, is it worth it? Is that keeping you happy? Perhaps at any given point of time, you might say, people in my family, beat me or abuse me sometime, because maybe it might be their anger or they might be frustrated at their workplace. But are you a punch bag? Are you a doormat? Are you that? It's no fault of yours. Trust me, you have been conditioned and told to tolerate, to keep quiet, to be okay with it. If you're okay with it, there's no solution. But then this is what you're going to be making your kids learn. But there's no harm in getting up and voicing out and saying, that's it. The entire thing starts up, and possibly the abuser's cash on is you you feel you're nobody. You feel you're powerless. You feel you're worthless. And that's the area where they catch up. And that is what makes them feel powerful, because you feel worthless. But are you really someone who is worthless? The fact that you're a mother, the fact that you are having your kids around itself is of such a big value. It's such a big responsibility. You're nurturing them, right? So when you're nurturing them, you need to be in the best possible state of mind and body. And how can that be? If you hate your own self, if you don't think good for your own self, no one else around can. Possibly you have conditioned yourself to feel bad. Try developing that self love for yourself. Try taking out time to nurture your own small hobbies that you have left away. Try getting in close with your own inner voice. And you will soon realize that as and when you go ahead and define your own boundaries, you define and learn to say no, and you set on your priority listing, these things also come down gradually. See, many a times it is not comfortable to stay with the one who is abusing us. It definitely isn't, but that's your own personal sensitivity and your own call to work out from that relationship. But then, if it is just in the beginning, nip it in bud by getting up and saying, this is it. I know myself. I love myself. I know my boundaries. Define them. And once you define them, possibly, a big help is being done to them as well. When they realize that the anger expression is not the right way. Because no one has taught them. Someone like you was silent, and they learned that expressing it violently is the best way, or is a casual way, and is a norm. So perhaps when you say no, they will awaken. And once they are awakened, or once they realize that it's not something normal, gradually they'll start taking step backwards. Try it. Because when you do that, you're actually loving yourself. When you start loving yourself, the entire process of healing the traumas and breaking the generational cultural chain happens. All I would want you to do is start loving yourself and valuing yourself. You really matter, not just to your kids, but to everyone around. And this pain that possibly you're experiencing as of now is a signal that unless and until you heal it, unless and until you grow above it, this chain is not going to break. So even if you leave from this relation and go into some other relation, perhaps the same things might be experienced by you. Haven't you encountered people saying that first marriage failed, abusive husband, second marriage failed, abusive husband? Why are these things repeating? Because we end up attracting because of the vibe that we are throwing out. We need to change our own vibe, our own vibration, and that's how the things around us will change. Strangely, currently we are celebrating Navratri. Navratri, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Mental Health Awareness Day, World Mental Health Day. This seems to be having some correlation. The goddess itself has come down to tell you, you invoke the goddess in yourself. You have the power, the potential to become a better version, to fight up the demons around by first standing up for yourself, by first loving your own self. You have that innate capacity to change the world around. Come on, you're Mother Nature. You have all the potential. The Mother Love has all the potential to change everything around. Have you forgotten the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world? You have that in you. Don't you forget, and don't you even feel that you're worthless or you're helpless. In you is that seed that can come up and become a big oak tree. So for now, at least start loving yourself, and you know you are worth much more than what you even believe now. Love yourself, decide your priorities, set your boundaries, and see how slowly the things start changing and turning around. Till then, thank you.